And here we are, everybody. Good evening. How are we doing? My name is Carson. Pleasure to meet you. If this is your first time watching Wave Weather Now, welcome. If not, if you're a regular, welcome back. Hope you've had a good weekend so far. Hope you stayed warm today. That sunshine really didn't help us a whole lot, but I'm not going to complain too much. First day of winter. It was the shortest day of the year, and we are now in the longest night of the year. So hope everybody's doing well. The pattern gets busy, as you guys know, over the next week or so, just in time for Christmas, but it's nothing to stress too much about. Just some little annoying things to watch as we go through the Christmas holiday. So we're going to give you an update as best we can at this stage of the game of the timing of the rain chances for Christmas Eve in particular. And we'll look ahead to the rest of that Christmas week forecast because starting on Christmas Eve, we've got pretty much daily rain chances into next weekend. But it's not going to rain every single second, all right? Let's hop into the comments first. Ricky says, good evening from Meade County. Snow lover, give me hope. Ricky, I don't have much hope for you, my friend. Right now, tonight and tomorrow are really the coldest days we're going to see for quite some time. So not much snow on the horizon, I'm sorry to say. Adam says, good evening from Bloomington. Yes, we lost, but a great year. That's the attitude you got to have, Adam. Nobody thought IU would even come close to the playoff, but they made it. So definitely a good year for sure. Weather Geek says, hello. Happy now that the days are getting longer. Indeed. Won't notice it a whole lot at first, but we get a few more seconds of daylight each day from here on out. 6 o'clock sunsets return in about a month, a little over a month, late January, that is. We're heading into late December right now. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you. Same to you as well, Weather Geek. Angela says, good evening. Happy winter solstice, the longest night of the year. Yep, you got it. For sure, Angela. Hope you're well. DJ King says, good evening from North Vernon. Kathy, rather. Sorry, Kathy. I know you always watch. I just couldn't read your name right. Good evening. Beautiful day today. Indeed, it was. And hey, it's a nice evening, albeit cold. That's live view of Bardstown. Everything looking festive. Did you watch Wave New Sunrise yesterday morning? Did you watch the Today Show? That was fun, huh? Getting in the national spotlight was Bardstown. Definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience that we all got to see yesterday. In case you missed it, Bardstown was featured in, I can't remember the name of the series, but the Today Show has been highlighting some small towns across America with their holiday lights and whatnot. Go to wave3.com. You can find the clip from all that fun yesterday down in Bardstown. 32 is our current temperature here in Louisville. We did get up to 39 today. We had a little more sunshine, to be quite honest with you, than we expected. We still had a few clouds in the afternoon, but that extra sunshine, that bonus sunshine, pushed us into the upper 30s today. Still cold, obviously, and it's still cold tonight. Notice that breeze is with us, around 6 miles per hour out of the north and east. And that still gives us a nice, toasty wind chill, or feels like temperature of 26. Please sense the sarcasm. Definitely keep those heavier coats handy if you are heading out and about later on tonight. Here's the big picture. If you were watching us yesterday, if you were watching me this morning, we were talking about maybe the possibility for a few flurries this afternoon and this evening. Well, you still see we've got a little bit of a fetch coming off of the Great Lakes, and a fetch means just basically moisture, the wind lining up with that moisture in the right way on the lake, kind of giving us that source for lake effect snow. We still have some of that tonight, kind of drifting from northwest to southeast, but you notice a lot of that moisture is in Ohio and northeast Indiana. Cleveland, Cincinnati, there might be a couple of flurries for the Ohio State playoff game tonight against Tennessee up there in Columbus. So, but it looks like a lot of the moisture with this is going to stay out of our area. Here we are way down here. Moisture is going to stay up there. So I've taken out the flurry chance for tonight. Should be just fine. We'll stay quiet and cold, mostly clear skies, 25 bone-chilling degrees, that forecast low. And I do expect that wind to subside, continue to subside through the night. So there's not as much of a wind chill tonight as what we had last night, but certainly still need the heavier coats and the hats and the gloves and the scarves early on Sunday morning. And for the entire day tomorrow, it's going to be a nice day again. Lots of blue sky, a lot of sunshine. We're just not going to warm things up much. We hit 39 today. I bumped up the high for tomorrow a degree or two to around 41. Remember, that's here in Louisville with the heat island. So if you live outside of Louisville, you're likely going to stay in the 30s tomorrow. I think if you live here in the metro, there's a shot that you could get close to 40, maybe get up to 41. But we'll keep the temperatures below average for one more day. And then that milder air settles in as we head into Christmas week. Let's not forget, got a big game, a big match at the KFC Yum Center tomorrow afternoon. The UFL Volleyball team playing for a national championship against Penn State. If you are heading to that match, starts at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just dress warmly. We'll have those temperatures in the upper 30s, maybe close to 40 here in the city. But it's going to be a chilly day heading to and heading from the Yum Center for that big national championship match tomorrow afternoon. All right, that's the story for the rest of the weekend. Let's talk about Christmas week. This is going to be a very unsettled weather pattern, but not necessarily in the way of constant rain, constant storm, severe weather alert days. Not like that. It's just we're going to have these on again, off again waves of showers for the most part. Don't cancel your travel plans. Nothing like that. You're just going to have to keep the umbrella with you if you're out and about Christmas Eve and Christmas Day especially. But I'm becoming a little more focused on, or I'm getting a little more focused on 2 days towards the end of Christmas week that might feature some slightly higher rain chances. So let's start things off with Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve on Tuesday. Note the time, 5 a.m., Christmas Eve morning. We've got this front sagging south towards the Ohio River, and with it comes that narrow band of moisture. So we will be tracking some showers around the region Tuesday morning, Christmas Eve morning. If you're heading out early, keep that in mind. Highest rain chances for now will really come down to where this frontal boundary stalls out. The further north it stalls out, closer up to Indianapolis, we may get a good bit of dry time on Tuesday. But if it keeps sliding further south, we'll have to keep nudging up those rain chances. And the consensus has been to keep this front basically parked right along or just north of the Ohio River across southern Indiana. And that's why you see most of the showers at this stage of the game for Christmas Eve are along and north of the Ohio River, along and north of I-64. Notice there's no yellows or oranges or reds. Not worried about heavy rain on Christmas Eve. Just that annoying nuisance, showery kind of stuff for the first part of the day on Tuesday at least. Now, we're not in full range yet when it comes to the high-res models for Christmas Eve, so I kind of have to cut it off here around midday on Tuesday. But you notice some of those lighter showers keep streaming in from the west where that front is stalled out. So there's going to be that chance for at least showers most of Christmas Eve Tuesday, especially in our northern counties across southern Indiana. Here in Louisville, same story. Scattered showers for much of the day on Christmas Eve. If you live further south, however, south of the parkways, you may actually see a few peaks of sunshine on Christmas Eve. So it's really going to come down to where this front decides to settle down. If it says, hey, I'm just going to park right over Paoli and Salem and Madison, well, southern Indiana is going to see quite a bit of showers on Tuesday, on Christmas Eve. But if it parks up north towards Indy, we might have a nice Christmas Eve. And we're still trying to figure out that exact placement of that front. But at this stage of the game, most of the showers, or the front rather, will settle down in our area along or north of 64, and that would give the highest shower chances on Christmas Eve to our friends in southern Indiana. Hope that makes sense. Cody says he's got the fire pit going tonight. Perfect night for it, man. That's awesome. Hope you enjoy it. Adam says if only 10 degrees colder. No kidding, right? No kidding. It's going to be mild, obviously. Maybe more like 15 degrees warmer because we've got those highs in the upper 40s to near 50 on Christmas Eve. But yeah, I get your drift. That is for sure. So that's the story for Christmas Eve. Not a huge deal. That's not an alert day. That's not the apocalypse, okay? It's just showers. That's all it is for Christmas Eve. But still, if you're traveling, you want to take it easy because those roads will be a little bit damp. Christmas Day is still murky at this point. I was optimistic this morning, looking over the data, that we would have a little bit of dry time, or a decent bit of dry time, rather, on Christmas Day, on Wednesday, because we were hopeful that that front that settled nearby would lift back to the north and east, up towards the Great Lakes. And as that front lifted back north, it would put us in the warm sector, so we would be mild still, but we'd be mostly dry on Christmas Day. Now, that still looks to be the case. That warm front, or that, I don't want to say warm front, but that's basically what it will become. It'll lift north and east on Wednesday, on Christmas Day. Here's the problem, though, that's come up really looking over the data all day today. You've got this low pressure out in the Ozarks. Let me take the graphics full screen so you can see it better. So you've got this low pressure out here in Missouri and Arkansas. It tries to make its way into wave country, but eventually it fizzles out. It just kind of washes out, no pun intended. But as it does so, it's still going to carry that moisture with it towards our area on Christmas Day. And the question is, how much moisture is going to be with that weakening low pressure as it moves in Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night, Christmas afternoon, Christmas night. And that remains very tricky to nail down at this point. Earlier today, it didn't look like there'd be a lot, which meant our rain chances were lower. Looking at the data this afternoon, it's showing better chances for showers to move back in Christmas afternoon and Christmas night. So for that reason, I bumped up the rain chance again, back up to 30%. Still not a washout on Christmas. Still not a washout at all. But some showers, some nuisance, annoying showers will likely be around, especially later in the day. And it's going to be a mild one, guys. If you're holding out hope still for that white Christmas, forget it. It's done. We'll see those highs in the mid-50s on Christmas this year. Okay? So that's Christmas Eve. That's Christmas Day. Now let's go to the end of next week. I've kind of tried to break everything down piece by piece because it's a lot of parts to talk about over the next few days. The end of next week is what has my attention for the highest rain chances, period, but also the greatest risk for a soaking washout kind of rain. Now, this would be towards next Friday and Saturday in particular, okay? Here's Futurecast for Thursday. Same story as Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Hit and miss showers, not a washout, annoying kind of rain. But as we get towards Friday, we just kind of have this train of low pressures. Just kind of going one after another over the same tracks, southwest to northeast, like so. And with each of those lows, or those disturbances, comes moisture and comes rain chances, right? It's just these later rain chances by the end of next week have a lot more moisture with them at this point. And you look at Friday, and it looks quite damp. I would say Friday and next Saturday, 1 week from today, will have the highest rain chances. Here goes that first wave on Friday. We get a little break, maybe a few showers. Then here comes another round Saturday of next week. This is kind of where I'm seeing the timing at this point. There's a lot of finer timing details we still have to work through. But it looks like the highest rain chances and the greatest risk for that soaker kind of rain would be Friday and next Saturday. And there is the chance for a few rumbles of thunder as well later next week. I don't see anything severe just yet. We'll watch it, but maybe a few rumbles of thunder towards the end of next week. Friday and Saturday in particular. Best chance for the soaking kind of rain. So there's that. Comments are quiet tonight. Y'all good? Hopefully I'm not boring you to death. If you got any questions, obviously let me know in the comments. But yeah, there's nothing too crazy over the next 10 days. It's just kind of these rounds of rain, rounds of showers rolling through. And it's not enough to cause any issues necessarily. It's just annoying, especially around the holidays, right? Now, even with the rain, it's going to be mild, especially late next week. Look at next Friday. Highs around 60. Yeah, it's definitely on the table. So once this mild air gets here starting on Monday, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. You'll see it well here on the 10-day. Here we go. 41 tomorrow, still chilly. Still chilly tomorrow. Then we get up to near 50 Monday and for Christmas Eve Tuesday. And we just keep on climbing, guys. Upper 50s Thursday, 60 Friday and Saturday. As we look ahead to New Year's Eve, which is now the final day on the 10-day. It's now in view. There's more indications that we'll have another system to watch as we close out 2024 and head into 2025. Very early in the game on that one, but we're watching it. But things just look a little unsettled for Christmas week this year. Nothing severe at this point. Not much of a storm chance until you get towards after Christmas. But there will be some showers to dodge for both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day this year. No snowflakes, I'm afraid. Sorry, guys. Let's see. Tracy says, take the rain out. Yeah, if only we could, right? If only we could. Kathy says, all good. Good deal. Ricky, yeah, trust me, I know, man. Football is on. I get it. The playoff games have not been good today from what I've seen. I haven't watched a lot of it, but anyway. UK's on too right now. Basketball. Let's see. Just absorbing what we're saying. Good, Angela. Good to know. Good to know. Linda would rather have snow. Can you imagine if this was all snow? Holy cow. I think we'd be stuck. We'd be stuck at home for a while if all of that was snow on the 10-day. Kathy, on the other hand, says rain is better than snow. There you go. To each their own. To each their own. Let's see. Rose has a good point. I've never thought of this, but it's true. It'll be overcast on Christmas Day for sure, which means we'll be able to see the Christmas lights better. It's a good point. When you got that full-on sunlight, especially during the morning or the evening, early evening, especially around 4 or 5 o'clock, you really can't see those lights that well. But if it stays cloudy enough during the day, a lot of those lights can stay on and you can see them well. Good point. Tracy wants to see it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Well, not anytime soon, I'm afraid, Tracy. I wish I had better news for you. Adam says, what's your guess on the rest of winter? Well, Brian mentioned it before he signed off yesterday. We're going to kind of reevaluate, assess things when we all come back from the holidays. So I'll tell you, as we get towards first or second week of January, the long-term data suggests we cool down. We cool down rather nicely in about 2 or 3 weeks. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. I don't think we're done yet, guys. I mean, for goodness sakes, it's December 21st. We got a long ways to go. We've had plenty of March snow around here as well. Olivia's asking more about that cold in the long term. 2 or 3 weeks from now, there's definitely some indications that we're going to see a pattern flip rather quickly. So stay tuned. Stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. There's the tease, right? Okay. Any last minute comments, questions, thoughts before we wrap things up? We'll be on TV tonight at 11. I don't think we have any sports or anything like that on. We don't have any of the football or basketball games that I'm aware of. So Adam's asking more about that cold. Any below zero chances? Too early to say for sure. But the trend is certainly below average. Now, by average, we're talking, highs in the low 40s, morning temperatures in the 20s, upper 20s. So it's hard to say at this stage of the game if that potential cold flip will have any sub-zero temperatures, but time will tell, right? Time will tell. Again, we'll be on again on the TV side of things tonight at 11. So if you're still up, flip the channel over during a commercial break in football. You can watch my forecast, get an update. And I'll be here tomorrow. And we'll do another update right here on Wave Weather Now around this time tomorrow evening as well. Kathy says, thanks, of course. Kathy says, Merry Christmas. Another Kathy says, Merry Christmas. Merry early Christmas to everybody out there. But we'll have another gathering here tomorrow evening, too, before the holiday. Thanks for answering the questions. Hey, that's my job, man. That is my job, and I love it. Never hide those questions. If you got them, send them my way. I may not be able to answer them, but I'll do my best. Kathy says she wanted snow for Christmas, but at least it's warm for the kids. They're getting out and about. Yeah, there's trade-offs, There might be a few showers to dodge, but, it's not a washout. We've had worse Christmas weather before. Remember how cold it was a couple of years ago? Whew. I was stuck in Alabama until Christmas Eve. I was trying to get up here a couple of years ago for Christmas and had to wait a day because of how cold and icy it was up here. I'm kind of glad we don't have to worry about it personally because we can drive, right? We can drive around without worrying about it. Let's see. Linda says, thanks and Merry Christmas. Same to you. We appreciate you and everybody watching. Olivia says, Bethlehem Living Nativity starts tomorrow night in Henry County. So there's still plenty of Christmas events going on. I know we got the ice skating rink down in Paristown here in Louisville. So if you want to check out that Living Nativity up there in Henry County, if you live nearby, shout out to Olivia for giving us that update there. All right, guys, that's going to do it for now. I appreciate you watching as always. I'll see you again on TV tonight at 11. I'll be on TV all day tomorrow, and we'll have another gathering here on Wave Weather Now around the same time tomorrow night. Let's say close to 7 o'clock or so. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I will talk to you guys later. Stay warm.